I started it. And then I forgot what I was going to say, so I just stared at you, hoping you would say something, but I didn't realize that you didn't know I had started it.
I was just drinking my coffee, man.
Also, here's your bottle opener.
Dope.
Oh, fuck me. Nice.
Yeah, that was solid.
Welcome back to the Sidebar Podcast.
Episode number 4, yeah?
4.
4.
We passed a big landmark this last week. We hit 100 listeners.
Oh, yeah, fuck getting on iTunes. That doesn't matter.
And we got on iTunes. So we have successfully wasted at least 130 hours of people's lives.
Oh, more than that. Our episodes they average about an hour and a half.
Yeah, so if we had 100 listens, that would be 130 hours.
No. It's like 135.
What? So anyway, welcome back. I'm your host, Will Hand, joined by
Your co-host,
Will Mitchell. We're doing an early recording today, and we are still dropping on Thursday. I don't know why I'm saying that like anybody can hear me as I'm saying this.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
I'm listening. I care.
But due to work conflicts, we are doing an early recording today. And we're going to see it happen. I think
That's called day drinking is what we mean by that.
yeah, not a lot because we got places to go.
We
but
have to be functional later.
Yeah, we are still throwing a couple back though.
I'm also drinking coffee at the same time.
Also, what is this? Left Hand Brewing Company's Nitro Milk Stout.
It's great.
Yeah.
That when I used to go to the bar a lot back when I was an alcoholic, that's how like people who were with me all the time knew that it was like the end of my night. The last thing I would order would be a nitro left hand or left hand nitro.
I think everybody has kind of an end of the night drink.
Yeah, because that drink will kill me. Because it's the perfect kind of heavy that once you're drunk, it'll knock you out.
And there's no way you're throwing it up.
No, and that's how I
it
stopped
sits in your
myself.
stomach like a 10-pound dumbbell.
Yeah, that's how I stopped myself. I drank one of those and I was like, oh, man, it's time to go to bed now, boys.
I think that for me is the Kentucky Mule. That's usually what I'll finish with.
Bro, we started with Kentucky Mules last time we got hammered at a bar.
I still ended with one.
That's true.
And I still almost died. But, so our one pre-planned topic for the day, we actually haven't hit it yet, is we are going to, I've already read some of these, so I'm going to educate William over here about 10 things that he didn't know about dicks, vaginas, and at least some highlights from the one about sex. Get ready.
He is way too excited to talk about dicks right now. I just want y'all to know that.
Number 1. All right, so this is an article from Men's Health. 10 things you didn't know about dicks. The very first one, coming out of the gate, real strong.
I swear to God, if it has something about keeping your foreskin cleaned.
No.
Oh, okay. There's no dick cheese in here?
I don't think so. I doubt it. These seem like fun facts.
Okay,
not
fun
like
facts.
Yeah, not like, you know.
Well, it's Men's Health.
If you fuck an alligator, it'll turn inside out or something.
What is wrong with you?
The thing is, I didn't clarify if I meant your dick or the alligator. Anyway, number 1 coming out of the gate strong. The headline for it, right? You can deadlift with your dong. The practice of iron crotch, in quotes, is a legitimate, albeit niche, form of kung fu.
Kung fu?
A martial arts studio in Los Angeles, Grandmaster...
Of course it's in California.
Yeah. Grandmaster Tu Jin Shang teaches students how to lift more weight with straps around their flaccid penis than they can bench press.
What the fuck?
Yup.
I've heard about, like, there's this one chick who...
Hopper, go downstairs. Get out of my room.
We've been invaded by the office dog.
It's the office dog's hyper as fuck,
Companion.
destructive stepbrother.
Where...
I love that dog, but holy shit.
There was, like, the world's strongest vagina competitions.
Yeah.
Where girls would hold, like, pretty much, like, dildos with weight strapped to them and, like, squat with it and pick it up, just clenching their vagina.
For reference, I have seen this before because I don't know why or where, but I did see a video of a guy who... Like, you've seen the videos of dudes that put, like, a chest harness on and they'll, like, walk with, like, a car behind them or some shit?
Yeah.
He did that, only he was facing the car, and only it wasn't a car, it was a small airplane, and he was pulling it with his dick.
You have way too much free time.
Yeah, you're right. I think it was a world record. All right, number 2. Your erection can be graded.
Graded? Like scale of 1 to 10? Or like out of
The
percent?
photo has a girl holding up a paper that says A+. Tumescence, also known as the stiffness of your soldier.
Also known as what?
The stiffness of your soldier. Yeah, that's what they said. Can be measured on a 4-step scale. Bigger but not yet rigid. Not hard enough yet for penetration. Firm for intercourse, but not rock hard. And fully engorged.
Engorged.
Yeah, the erection hardness scale was developed by scientists testing the drug Viagra during the 90s.
That makes sense. Yeah, that actually makes sense.
I feel like you need more than 4 steps, though.
I mean, not really, because, I mean, I feel like there's not much gray area in there, because it's like you're pushing rope, or like you're sitting here throbbing.
Pushing rope.
And then there's 2 things in between. I feel like that's fair. There's not much dynamic to a boner. It's there, it's not, and it's half there. There's like half mast, half chub.
What are boners made of?
Blood. Cartilage. Penis.
Okay. I'm dumb as fuck. I really didn't know.
Wait, really?
I knew it was like a blood thing. I always kind of thought the penis was a muscle.
I don't think there's any muscle past like on like the muscle on your pubic bone. Which is like the
Is that why you
opposite of
can
your
flex
tailbone.
it and like make it like
because that's the
pop up?
opposite of your tailbone. There's a muscle right there. I'm pretty sure.
Also, for any girls that listen to this, if you didn't know this, because I've come in contact with like 4 girls that didn't know this.
Girls love when you do it.
You can flex your dick.
Yeah. They think it's so fucking interesting.
It like perks up like a dog when his owner comes home, and then it gets bigger, like a little bit. Not a lot, but a little.
Yeah.
So just fun fact for, anybody that didn't know that, you can flex your dick. Men are just as sensitive as women. We're talking about sensitivity of touch. When it comes to sensation on your genitals, men and women are almost identical. It's whatever. Bacteria on your junk can lead to AIDS.
So you did get to dick cheese.
I didn't mean to.
So you can get AIDS without getting AIDS?
Apparently.
You can give yourself AIDS?
So it says the tip of your penis harbors its own colony of bacteria, which can affect your risk for HIV infection. So I think it just means that it can make you more prone to it. Man, we're just learning so much. Morning wood can hurt. Whether you're dreaming of a sexy encounter or not, you've probably woken up ready for action. Or you just
had to piss in the middle of the night and your body didn't want you to.
Yeah.
That's the main cause for morning wood.
It's hard as fuck to piss with an erection, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Especially if you don't have one of like the oval toilets and you have like the old style just circular ones, because then you have to like lean and try to like tuck your dick. I don't like pissing with an erection standing up. I forgot. Just for context.
I don't think I've ever tried to.
To do it standing up?
Or at all.
Do you just wait for it to go away?
Yeah.
Oh, I just forced that shit out of there.
For some reason, I feel like that's probably not the best thing ever.
No, I mean, it's okay. It makes it go away a lot faster.
That makes sense.
I get like one good like, and like then it'll stop, and then I have to like,
Oh my god.
I have to like it like comes out in like spurts, and then my boner will go away, and then I can pee normally.
So I feel like there's gonna be so many people that listen to the first 5 minutes of that, like, wow, all they're gonna talk about is dicks, and then stop listening.
Nope, vaginas are up next.
And for those of you who listen, I love you.
Yeah. Anyway, it says apparently in your sleep you can have 3 to 5 full erections at night. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I believe that.
I know you can get one like while you're asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you wake up with one, then of course you have to have had one.
All right, number 6. Your penis tricks women into thinking it's a monster.
All right, start reading. I need an explanation on that one.
Chalk it up to the wishful thinking or memory's way of making things seem better than reality, but a recent study found that women remember penises as being larger than they really were.
Oh, that kind of monster.
Yeah, I didn't know what kind it was talking about until right now.
Because honestly, what's that big blue furry dude from Monsters, Inc.? I forget his name.
I remember the girl called him Kitty.
Yeah, well, Kitty popped in my head.
Yeah,
that's the image that I got.
Is your penis blue?
Is yours not?
Oh boy. No, stop staring at me like like I'm supposed to say yes. No, that's kind of good news for us though. Like,
Yeah.
even if you're packing to 22 instead of a 9 mil, like,
It makes the 5.5 average seem like 6.5.
yeah.
Also, can we talk about lumber measurements real quick?
Why?
My brother and I, we came up with this theory because anyone who's done any carpentry before, one, you know that the little part of a tape measure that folds down that you hold against the wood
Yep.
is an eighth of an inch, or an 18th of an inch, because that's how much your measurement's going to be off if you use one. Also, a 2x4 is a 1.5 by 3.5, and if big lumber companies like Big Farm and Big Lumber, if they can get away with adding that half inch on there to round it off, so can we. That's all I'm saying.
That was good.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
High five.
Yeah.
Also,
Also, last time we high-fived on this recording, it came out so great, and I loved it.
all right. So number 7, you can pierce your prick as many times as you like. I have a side.
Pierce with piercings, or pierce just like stab it?
Pierce with piercings.
Okay, cool.
Which I have a sidebar about this in a second. Not for me, by the way, but the opening of your urethra at the tip of your penis has a name. The meatus. It says it on the thing. Bitch.
Will really likes to say the sentence, "The meatus is the head of the penis."
It's because it rhymes.
Yeah, and it's kind of fucking weird.
It's educational, and
It's
I've only said it to
fucking
you
weird.
and I think Alec. Anyway,
Pretty sure you like screamed it when there was like 10 people around, but that's just my opinion.
if I was drunk, you're damn right I did. It doesn't seem to be an adequate number of holes in your family jewels. You could take after Rolf Buchholz, a German man who holds the official record for the most body piercings. According to the official count by Guinness World Records, he has, holy God, he has 278 piercings on his genitals.
On his genitals?
Yeah, just on his deacon balls.
Imagine being the guy to count that for the world record.
Imagine when he goes through an airport.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh.
Yeah.
That's got to be awkward.
Also, side note, he's got to have the heaviest dick ever.
Does he still get hard, does it say? Like, can he have sex?
It doesn't say.
I feel like that would make sex really unpleasant for him.
I feel like so.
It's like ribbed
Yeah.
for her pleasure or whatever, but...
Yeah. There was a guy in my old unit who was a medic, and we were talking about like tattoos and piercings or whatever.
Thank you for your service.
Get fucked. So we're talking about tattoos and piercings and whatever, and he's like, yeah, like I used to be really big into like body modification and everything. I was like, because if you don't know, like medics are kind of fucking crazy because they know all the stuff that they can get away with doing to themselves
And still be okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're kind of wild. Super cool dudes, but you know. So I'm like, what do you mean? Like, you know, did you like pierce your nipples? And he's like, well, yeah. And then, you know, I pierced my dick 8 times. And I was like, I'm sorry? Like, we definitely went from A to B real quick here. Like, you did what? He was like, yeah, like I gave myself a Prince Albert, which for those of you who don't know, it goes in the hole and then comes out the bottom. And he was like, and I gave myself 7 Jacob's ladders down the back. He said this like it was nothing.
I'm just curious of the placement there, like, because there's that main vein on the back.
Yeah, but you're just piercing the skin, so.
That's true.
Yeah. But yeah.
God, that's crazy. I mean,
I just can't imagine, like, look, if you're gonna get a dick piercing, like, I don't think it'd be terrible to get, but I'm not gonna do it myself.
He did them to himself?
Yeah, like he gave it to himself.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I thought he just, like, got it done.
Which, side note, at that moment, I 100% trusted him to give me whatever medical attention I needed ever. Like, somebody could have probably blown my jaw off, and I'd just be like, just call that guy.
So does that make him a sadist or a masochist?
I don't think it's either in the cases for, like, him and other medics that do things like that, because they just want to do it. I don't think it has anything to do with the pain. I think it's because they can. Yeah. All right, moving on. Number 8, some guys like getting kicked in the balls.
I sure as fuck don't.
Yeah, me neither. But there is a thing called ball busting, a sadomasochistic sexual fetish.
Oh, look.
Yeah. Part of the menu of services you might hire a dominatrix to perform. That's what it says.
Wait, that you can actually hire dominatrixes?
I think so.
Dominatrices?
Dominatrices.
It's
That's
definitely
what I'm going.
dominatrices.
Definitely dominatrices. I think so. I don't know why. Again, I'm full of useless information.
I mean, you can hire escorts. You just can't have sex with them.
right, but even in the case of like where you're hiring a dominatrix like legally, I don't think they actually have sex with you. I think they just rough you up and beat the shit out of you and then watch you get hard and like whatever.
Wearing leather.
Lot of leather. Lot of leather.
Yeah.
Lot of leather.
Not that I know or anything.
No,
That's just what
I mean, just ask Ross
I've
Hammonds.
been told. Yeah.
No, I mean again useless information. Not that I've ever been or that it would really be my thing to go. But there is like a club in Atlanta that's centered around like BDSM and like all that.
Yeah, they have like dungeons as they call them.
Yeah, and I'm sure that
And you can use them with everybody
yeah,
there.
They get after it. I bet.
If you're into that sort of like niche, like really kinky stuff, like
Yeah.
I'm sure that's no problem for you.
I mean, honestly,
If you're willing to go to a club like that, I'm sure you're
Yeah.
definitely willing to fuck in front of other people.
yeah. I mean, if you enjoy getting kicked in the balls, I don't think
I respect you. I'm not gonna fuck with you
that's true.
because I know I can't do shit.
If
to
you like getting kicked in the balls, I don't think having sex in front of other people is an upsell. You know what I mean? Like there's got to be some kind of progression here.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
By the way, the photo has a dude with like 4 cinder blocks in front of him, and somebody's hitting the 4 cinder blocks with a sledgehammer, and he has his legs spread out, and like, yeah. So, you're welcome for that. A twisted testicle can leave you with 1 nut. I did know that. It's called torsion.
Yeah.
And it's where like
Testicular torsion.
yeah, all the veins and shit that run to your balls get like like twisted on themselves, and if you don't get it treated, you'll lose the ball.
It's basically cutting off circulation and losing.
Super painful.
Similar to frostbite, just without the cold.
Yeah.
Where you lose circulation in your fingers and toesies and they fallsies offsies.
Super painful.
Right. I'd imagine so. I have a friend who actually I have 2 friends. One who only has 1 nut and one who had a hydroseal burst, or maybe it's just called a hydroseal. I don't know, but one of his balls, like the protective lining around the outside, burst and it swelled to about the size of an orange.
Well, now my balls sympathetically hurt.
He had
You ever get that?
He had 1 normal sized nut and then an orange sized nut.
You ever get that?
Yeah,
Like you see somebody get hit in the nuts
and you just kind
like
of cringe and cover your balls.
one of your balls kind of like hurts a little bit.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's weird.
it is.
This one I definitely did know. I don't think anybody really needed to do a study on this, but apparently MIT did. And Carnegie Mellon? Carnegie? Okay, whatever.
Wow.
Hey, get fucked.
Wow.
Look, I don't have an excuse.
I know
I tried to come up with one and I don't. Back in 2005, scientists at MIT and Carnegie Mellon University had 35 men answer a survey both in a normal state and while masturbating to what researchers called a high but suborgasmic level of arousal.
What?
The headline...
What does that mean? High but
Hold on, we'll get there. I forgot
Okay.
to mention the headline. The headline
Okay.
is erections can cause you to make bad decisions.
Oh, duh.
Yeah. I could have told you that.
There's a reason it's called thinking with your dick.
Yeah, and also the power of boners is never to be underestimated.
Very true.
A high but suborgasmic level of arousal. So very aroused but not having an orgasm, I guess.
Engorged, if you will.
So those are the 10 things you may or may not have known about dicks. These are going to go a lot faster, by the way.
I am definitely going to incorporate engorged into my daily vocabulary.
Please don't.
Daily vernacular, if you will.
Vernacular. All right, so moving on. 10 things you didn't know about vaginas. These are going to go a lot faster because these are just like really quick.
And we can't relate to them because we've never
Absolutely
seen
not.
a vagina in our lives.
Okay, I spoke too soon. One of us has, I guess.
Hey,
But-
I'm abstinent, guys. Respect me.
I was abstinent for 11 years, and then I turned 12. What?
Excuse me, what the fuck?
No, I'm kidding. All right, so fact number 1. The clitoris contains 8,000 nerve endings. The penis only contains 4,000.
I knew about the clitoris thing. Yeah, because there was that.
So they
meme
feel twice of
circulating.
what we do.
Yeah, there was that meme circulating around that
Haven't seen it.
clit has 8,000 nerve endings, but still isn't as sensitive as a
As a what?
as an American liberal.
Shit. Yeah, we'd never get political on this podcast.
Oh no.
Anyway,
It was a meme.
yeah, yeah.
That's how I justify
The second
it.
one, the average vagina is 3 to 4 inches, like deep, but can expand by 200% when aroused.
I feel like I knew something about that.
So just like
I feel like
off
I
the
kind
cuff,
of knew that.
not big enough for the average penis, but get
This
the
is-
steam engine moving a little
This
bit.
is why foreplay is key, gentlemen.
True. Always warm up dinner before you eat it. What?
Wow. I was gonna say take care of your lady before you take care of yourself, but that works too, I guess.
Moving on. Both vaginas and sharks contain the natural lubricant squalene. Squalene. Looks like squalene. Definitely squalene.
I don't know how to feel about the name of that.
I don't either. Moving on.
That kind of makes me uncomfortable.
Pubic hair has a life expectancy of 3 weeks. The hair on your head can live up to 7 years.
What does that mean? That it dies and falls off?
Yes. Yeah. So after 3 weeks, like, from, I guess, sprouting?
You know, I guess that makes sense. There's like a cap length.
I don't know about that. Because sometimes
no, you
you miss, like, one hair for a couple of shaves or trims, and, like, you look down, and all of a sudden you're like, holy shit, like, Rapunzel's hanging off my nut.
yeah, but at the same time, you've never seen nor heard of anybody, especially like when you're younger and you don't understand manscaping. Like,
Yeah.
you didn't have pubic hair down to your knees.
When did you start manscaping?
Like freshman year of college.
What? Really?
Yeah.
That was the first time you, like, gave her, like, trimmed your hedges.
Yeah.
We are very different people.
I don't know why we're talking about this.
Because we were talking about pubes.
That's fair.
And I just had, I mean, that's not super personal question. I just
No,
wanted to
it's not. But yeah, no, that was
Because I think I started when I was, like, 13.
really.
Yeah.
What? Who are you trying to impress?
Nobody. I just looked at it one day and I was like, I
This
don't like
needs to
this.
go.
Yeah. I was like, look, this ain't it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you see, I only did when I had a girl who was like, "Hey, like you should try it. It'd be a good. I feel like you would enjoy it a lot better." I was like, "How the fuck? Okay, whatever, fine."
Did your tree
so
look taller?
what? What?
Have you ever, I said, did your tree look taller? You ever heard the phrase shave the bushes so the trees look taller?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It kind of does make it look. Anyway, we're moving on.
We're done here.
We're moving on. Holy shit. The highest number of orgasms achieved by... Wow, I had a stroke. The highest number of orgasms achieved by a woman in 1 hour was 134. Comma. The highest number achieved by a man was 16. Which, first of all, good on him. Because, wow. But
Yeah.
for her, 134?
Okay, so how do they grade orgasms? Because you can like say, especially with women, like you can say you're having an orgasm. There can still be like
There's got to be like a muscle
spasms and stuff
Yeah.
that happen, but
There's-
that doesn't mean like. Do they hook her up to like an EKG or some shit?
I guess.
Like, is there an orgasm testing machine? Because those are the real questions.
Whoa.
Yeah, hook your girl up to one of those. See how many she really has.
I mean,
Not you specifically.
it's not like you can tell when a guy has one. So.
Hey, if you're a woman, stop listening. If you're a man, I'll give them 5 seconds to mute their audio.
Oh, God. What are you doing?
Always carry around a packet of mayonnaise because even men can fake their own orgasms. That's all I'm saying. All right, women, you can come back now. Not that you could hear me if you actually muted
Jesus
me.
Christ. Have you ever dry fired?
Keep that one in the back pocket, boys.
You ever dry fired?
Maybe. There's definitely
Shit
been very,
hurts.
very. Oh no, never like painfully.
All right, moving on. The vagina has a self-cleaning mechanism.
Yeah.
I guess I knew
Periods.
that, but I didn't know that. No,
Yeah,
no,
but-
it's...
You also have random discharges. Yeah, I knew.
Yeah,
about
I think it... That's pretty cool, though.
that. It is.
Like, They just now invented a machine that folds my laundry. I mean, I don't have one, but they just now invented a machine that folds laundry for you. But vaginas have just been cleaning the house on their own ever since the dawn of time.
Stop.
I'm just saying it's impressive.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's almost like your body is trying to save itself or something. Or protect itself. Huh. Crazy. Homeostasis.
Yeah, mine tries to do that when it gives me a hangover, but doesn't mean it fucking works.
Hair of the hound that bit you, brother.
Yeah. The inner walls are pleated and open like an umbrella during intercourse.
I'm trying to imagine opening like an umbrella.
The image that I have in my head is kind of like
a golf ball.
No.
The texture of a golf ball. That's
I was gonna say
like
like a snake skin, but if the individual scales could feather and move.
I was assuming wow, this is gonna be really specific. Intestinal villi, where there's ridges for more surface area, but then because the vagina can expand and deepen itself. This is a really weird conversation. Those ridges would allow for that extension and deepening to happen.
We're getting deeper than a turned-on vagina.
Whoa.
I'm so proud of myself for that stupid-ass joke.
I'm debating how quickly I should finish my beer to break the bottle on his head.
Yeah, anyway. The vagina is teeming with bacteria. Some of the good bacteria is also found in yogurt. I'm assuming it's not sourced directly.
From the vagina. First ever vaccine, big sidebar, was this man, it was when mad cow disease was going around. My doctor when I was a kid, pediatrician I guess, would draw stories on those pieces of paper that are on the chair that you sit on that they roll out and tear off. He would draw stories on there and teach us history and stuff. Really great guy. I forgot his name. Wish I could shake his hand now for telling me.
Do you have a mustache?
No.
Okay. Just making sure.
Just
making sure.
No, milk maidens didn't get mad cow disease because they were always touching the bare skin and the scabs on these cow udders. And so he thought, let me take this scab off this cow's tit and then stick it in this girl's arm and see if she gets mad cow disease. And she didn't.
So on that same topic,
that's crazy.
I don't know why I know this again, but I think it was Valley Forge. Yeah. At Valley Forge, where George Washington had his army, everybody kept getting sick from something, but it would give them boils on their skin.
Yeah.
Because this is before they had vaccines and shit.
Please don't tell me they sucked the boils.
No, so
Thank God.
everybody in the camp was dying, and he didn't know, and everybody was getting it, and he didn't know what to do. So on a whim, one day, he brought one of the sick people in, and he brought a healthy person in. He cut both of their skins, and then he took some of the shit from the sick dude's wound and put it in the other guy's wound. And it basically vaccinated him.
Yeah, so a similar thing.
Yeah. What? Look.
What is wrong? That's also the era when they thought, if you have a disease, you're sick or whatever, just bleed yourself and get it out of your blood. You know?
Yeah, which I think that's how, a couple of, European leaders died back in the day, was they overbled them. Or no, I think that's how George Washington died.
One of the American founding fathers, presidents, or Ben Franklin-esque figures.
Yeah.
Not
Franklin-esque.
Yeah.
With the fucking bald head.
Well, he wasn't a president, but he was a prominent figure.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. So a few of those died from bleeding themselves.
Yeah, definitely. If you ever get the chance to see there's a documentary on stuff like that in somewhere. I think it was on History Channel. The process for that is insane. But going back to my original sidebar point. If any, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to flex or anything like that, but being somebody who's in a military realm, if one of my leaders ever came to me and was like, hey, I've got this really fucking sick dude, and I'm going to put his blood in your blood, and we're going to see if you live.
That's true fucking loyalty.
Buddy, the words AWOL would never come out of my mouth faster. I'd be like, I just fucking run out the door. That ain't it.
Okay, so there's a point where loyalty just becomes blind and reckless.
Yeah.
And that's what that was.
That's what that was, dude. Good for him, it saved everybody, but that's definitely what that was. All right, we got way off topic. All right, cool. Number 9, the speculum, a tool used by gynecologists. I think that's the duck bill thing.
Lips?
Yeah, it's the duck lips. Was used as early as 1300 BC.
Wow. Also, have you seen medical instruments from
Nope.
Egyptian?
It has a photo of a pyramid and the Sphinx.
Yeah. So, in my archaeology or anthropology class, sorry, but it was taught by an archaeologist, and I would
Same
get
shit.
those words confused a lot.
Not the same shit.
At what point does, like, how old does a grave have to be for it to be archaeology and not grave robbing?
Archaeological?
No, how long
Oh, okay.
does it have to be? How long?
Are you asking me, or do you know the answer? And
I'm
you-
asking you, like, how old does a grave have to be for it to become archaeology instead of grave robbing? Because that's all they are, is historical grave robbers. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with before. Let's see. 1776 was when like we signed the Declaration of Independence. I'm gonna go before 1750. And if it's for science,
I was just going to say if it's unmarked and historical.
that also works.
If it's an unmarked grave and you just kind of stumble across these artifacts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's for science too, though, like.
Yeah. I mean, if it's for science,
Yeah.
shit, I'd let someone
Yeah.
bleed in me. I'm kidding.
No, I wouldn't.
But no, what I was getting at is, like, we talked about, like, mummification processes. And some of those,
That shit's
like,
wild.
yeah, some of those instruments that they had were so intuitive, but also so fucking sketchy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was some weird shit.
Let me take this rusty hook and cut you open, kind of shit.
Yeah,
like that.
and let me pick your brain out through your nose with this, like, really weird. It was fucking weird.
Why were lobotomies ever really a thing? Wasn't it used to like disable already mentally disabled people and just turn them into like?
Yeah, so like
Shells.
aggressively schizophrenic and shit like that. They would basically chopsticks, like metal chopsticks, upward.
I
and
thought it went through
kinda-
the eyes.
Yeah, in the corner of your eyes,
Oh.
like near your tear ducts. There's a really soft spot in your skull right where your eyebrows are, and so they take these metal chopsticks and go kind of up and back at like a 10-degree angle, and they take the chopsticks
All right, this is gross.
and push them towards the center of your
yeah.
head
Oh,
to
okay.
separate your frontal cortex.
So I'm now the softest I've ever been in my life. Speaking of dicks,
They literally split the front half of your brain apart so that you become like it.
a shell of man.
Yeah.
All right,
It's crazy.
moving on.
crazy.
I don't know how the hell we got to lobotomies from. Anyway,
From vaginas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right, number 10. The word vagina
Yeah.
roughly translates as sword holder in Latin or
Yeah.
sheath. if
Yeah.
you will.
Sheath. I remember.
Holy fuck, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
I took Latin once in high school. Teacher gave me a C so that I wouldn't ever go back to his class. But shit like that came up.
And a couple of highlights from the sex one. Every day is school day, and orgasm is just what the doctor ordered. Time of the month. We all know women can have more than one orgasm. At least I hope you do. If you didn't know that, it's because you haven't experienced it, and you need to get your shit together.
Yep.
You can break a penis. I did know this.
Yeah. I've heard about this.
Yeah.
I've
Yours ever
never
pop?
known anybody personally who's broken their penis, but I've heard of it.
Has yours ever popped during sex? Like, or like, not a good sound effect, but like, that's actually more accurate.
Has yours?
Yeah.
What?
Hurts like a bitch.
No, I've never had that happen.
Like, if like, either way, you're fucking in whatever capacity that you are. Be it that you're getting rode or, you know, I don't want to go too far into detail into this.
We
but
don't need to get explicit.
yeah, we'd never. But but like,
This is a family podcast.
basically
Will.
one word. Yeah, I know. That's why I put explicit on fucking iTunes. But no, like you come out a little bit too far during like a pump, or while she's pumping, or like whatever. Not the word I should have used.
No.
Anyway.
Not at all.
And you don't realize it, and you try to go back in, and you like hit her in like the inner like thigh region instead of going in.
How many times have you done that and had accidental anal? 'Cause that's
Never.
exactly
No,
how that
I mean,
shit happens.
I haven't. It's never resulted in that. But
But that's exactly how that happens.
I would assume so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But and basically it like bent my dick, and I felt it like I felt it, and I was like, I'm gonna die today.
I mean, I guess cartilage can crack, so I...
Yeah, because I mean you can pop your nose and whatever. That's
Yeah.
basically what that was. Only it fucking hurt,
Oh.
and I was like, today is the day that
This is
somebody's
it,
gonna have
boys,
to put
I'm
me
done.
down in the backyard.
Oh, yeah, we talked about this on the first unreleased...
Unpublished.
podcast, the archives, the archival scrolls.
What? You fucking what?
All
right.
But
All right.
Will and I have this agreement. Will Hand wants Will Mitchell to do this. If anything were to ever happen to, and this is where he picks up and tells his story,
My dick
and or balls. Not that they're unusable. If they're deformed, if he loses one ball,
If anything happens that minorly or remotely gives me extreme pain beyond just like a swift kick in the balls, or any kind of malformity, or anything that would prevent me for longer than a day from having sex, you can kill me in my backyard.
I am to Old Yeller him in the backyard.
Yep.
It is signed.
He
it
drags,
is notarized.
Yep.
Yeah.
He drags
happened.
my screaming because I'm in pain body into my backyard, and the last thing I hear is pitter patter, let's get at her. And then he pulls the trigger.
You pert near dead.
Yep.
I he even signed like a waiver of no risk or no responsibility or whatever that is. Yeah. This is legit.
It's in my living will.
I'm gonna kill him. I'm going to legally
I
kill
was
him.
in the middle of sipping my beer. Ooh, my voice cracked. It's like I'm 12. Shut up.
Yeah,
Whatever
you
you're
look
about
it.
to say, just shut your dumb fucking mouth.
You look it.
The female orgasm lasts. The average male orgasm lasts around 6 seconds. Women's orgasms last 23 seconds at a time.
And you can daisy
Dude.
chain those fuckers together if you're good.
Yeah. Dude, they get 4 times the enjoyment out of an orgasm.
But it's harder for them to get there.
Not if you know what you're doing.
Not if you know what you're doing.
And here's
but
the deal. Here's another thing. Women have way more ways to masturbate than a dude does.
I know. That actually pisses me off.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm upset about that.
I mean, I guess we've got a butthole. It's not my
No.
cup of tea.
No.
No, I'm just saying from the aspect of, like, they can either go in or, like, on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And they have multiple ways to go in and on.
Exactly. And so, for, like, the only rebuttal to that would be somebody be like, well, you have a butthole. Fuck that person, first of all. But it's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah. Not mine either.
Never tried it, really.
Never wanted to.
Do you... We're not going into detail on this, just to preface this. I just want a yes or a no.
I'm glaring at him suspiciously for everyone who can't see me.
Do you know what your butthole looks like?
I've never looked at it now.
Okay.
I've
Me
never, like-
neither. But
No.
I never knew if that was a thing that other people did. Now that I think about it. Like, I wonder how many guys know, like, what their butthole looks like.
I don't want to think about that.
I mean, I don't want to know. That's why I haven't looked.
Don't tell us. If you listen to this and you know what your butthole looks like, I don't want to know. Don't tell me.
Oh my god. But I think that's all I had for that topic. I am kind of mind blown by a lot of this.
I don't know where to go from here.
Vaginas are pretty cool.
I mean, I like to think so.
I'm just saying it cleans itself. It's got its own maid, dude.
It is its own maid.
Yeah. That's awesome. It's a strong, independent... Nah, anyway.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know where to go from here, though.
So back to what we originally started talking about. It is currently Wednesday mid-afternoon that we're recording this as opposed to like Thursday at 9 o'clock. Because one, I'm having to work from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. today. But tomorrow I am going to a concert in Atlanta. And I had to send this shameful text to the person I'm going with. I said, hey, so weird question here. What do you wear to concerts? Because
and we're not talking about like screamo concerts.
No, that's the thing. I went to a Willie Nelson concert when I was 16 years old.
Okay.
And I've been to I went to a Bon Jovi concert when I was like 11. I barely remember it.
I think I went to Alan Jackson when I was like 6.
Yeah, and those were like stadium seated concerts.
The last one that I went to was Guns N' Roses in Atlanta.
Okay.
Awesome concert.
I'm sure it was.
Oh my god.
Willie Nelson can't sing anymore, by the way. He's too old and smoked way too much dope.
Yo.
But it's still great to say you saw Willie Nelson.
I saw a video of him playing a show not too long ago, like a year ago or whatever.
Yeah.
He comes waddling out on stage. He's like, what, like 85?
I don't know, but he's old as
How old
shit.
No, I'm going to find out. How old is Willie Nelson?
I don't know, man.
Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up. Okay, it's definitely not Nelson. Fuck. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm fucking this up. I ruined the flow.
You're a fucking disappointment.
He's 85.
Wow, you had that shit on the
Holy
head.
shit, brother.
I'm proud of that. Yeah, he's old as shit. He can't really. So when I saw him, that means he was 81 because I was in 2015.
Dolly Parton, 73.
He's got those titties though.
Reba McEntire, 63.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, so the reason I had to ask is because those are the only two concerts, normal, quote unquote, normal concerts I've ever been to. Other than that, it's like metal shows.
Yeah.
And like raves.
So I mean, when I went to Guns N' Roses, I just wore like jeans, tennis shoes, and a t-shirt because it was a stadium style. Like,
yeah, but this isn't stadium. This is the same deal as a rave. It's basically at a club. It's a 300-person capacity in this club that I'm at.
Is it? Where is it?
I forget the name.
Okay.
But it's a small venue, but that's like standing room. So not only what do you wear, but what do you do? Because like you can't mosh.
Yeah.
You can't like.
Because you're going to
rave.
see
It's
Grizfolk.
Yeah.
Grizfolk, yeah.
If you don't know Grizfolk, Grizfolk.
Good band.
Great band.
Great
sound.
Yeah.
Unique, very unique sound.
In that case, I would say...
Yeah, I just don't know what the fuck to do, man. I've never... And then I'm going to another real concert in February, mid-February.
Yeah,
and
Rainbow
I'm
Kitten
just,
Surprise, right?
Rainbow fucking Kitten Surprise. Yeah, it's going to be lit.
So, I mean... Let's look at it from the flip side. If you were a girl, would you dress up nice for Griswold? Is it going to be a bunch of what's the audience like? Because I feel like for Griswold, it's
probably
going to be
a bunch of hipsters.
Yeah. So flannel and a beanie. That's your move, right?
I'm thinking Columbia shorts, Chacos.
Yep. Right already. That's it. That's what you should wear. That's the move. And you get there, and you just like.
I think I'm gonna shave everything but my mustache.
No. Don't do that. Don't fucking do that. Don't do that, man. No, and you get there and you put one hand up in the air. You don't make any symbols with it. You just put it up there, and then you put one hand over your heart, and then you just kind of make like a little wincy
cry
face.
And kind of cry.
Yep. You make a little wincy face, and you just rock back and forth. That's all you do. Whole concert.
The entire time.
And put the entire thing on your Snapchat.
And Instagram story. I gotta hit both of them.
Right.
I gotta get Snapchat and Instagram.
Gotta get the most views, man. Live that best life on that social media.
At the same time,
shout out to podcast number 2. Anyway.
I'm gonna take my trap phone, hook up to the Wi-Fi, Facebook Live it.
Yeah.
As I'm posting my Instagram and Facebook.
But what I was saying about Willie.
Oh, Willie Nelson,
yeah.
not me, Willie.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
I saw a video of him playing a concert, and he waddles out there because he's like a frail fucking old man.
Yeah.
Now. Wearing his all-white New Balance shoes
Jesus.
and, like, Wrangler jeans. You know,
yeah.
Like, those all just blue old people-ass jeans.
Yeah, yeah.
Gets out there with his guitar, lit up a joint, and then played probably the worst show I've ever heard in my life.
Honestly, it's more about saying that you saw Willie Nelson in concert than enjoying seeing Willie Nelson in concert.
By the way, other sidebar, Matthew McConaughey, 49. He's about to hit 50.
So there's this one time that I was wearing jeans, a khaki sport coat, a white dress shirt, and then a cowboy hat.
Okay.
And people were calling me Matthew McConaughey, but with AIDS, because Dallas Buyers Club. The entire fucking night, they were like, "Dude, you look like Matthew McConaughey when he had AIDS."
I just want to point out, Matthew McConaughey has aged like a worn-out baseball glove.
What? Whatever do you mean, William? No, seriously, what the fuck does that mean?
Like, did you play baseball?
No.
Okay. For anybody that's played baseball, you get a baseball glove and, like, literally, like, it's tight. Like, it's hard to squeeze because the leather isn't worn in and, like, whatever.
Yeah.
And then over time...
Wait, is this a positive statement?
No.
No. Okay.
No. And then over time, like, it gets, like, dirty and scratched up and wrinkly, and then it's just kind of, like, loose. It looks like... His face looks like that over time. So he looks like a dusty, worn-out baseball glove.
Is Matthew McConaughey not an attractive man anymore?
No, he's still attractive.
Girls fucking love him.
He's still attractive.
Yeah? Okay.
I just don't think he's aged well.
You know who has aged well?
Who?
Clint Eastwood.
Right?
He's still making fucking movies. I mean, he looks like a worn-out baseball glove.
By far.
His skin looks like the fucking Alps. But, yeah. I mean, he has got wrinkles in his wrinkles. But he's still out there.
Yeah, his
making
skin
shit happen.
his skin kind of looks like you balled up a piece of tinfoil and then just textured his face with it.
Yeah, because I haven't seen his newest movie, Mule, or
I think it was Mule.
Mule or Dope?
No, it was Mule.
Mule.
Yeah.
It's about Mule and Dope. So
Yeah.
I haven't seen that, but I saw the ads for it. And there's the scene where he opens the trunk, but the camera's on the inside of the trunk, so it opens up to his face. I was like,
Yeah.
holy
whoa.
shit, he's old.
Yeah. Yeah, he really hasn't aged too, especially if you watch like Raiders of the Lost Ark and
Yeah, or like Gran Torino.
yeah,
He's
he's
even
even
old
aged
in
a
that.
lot from Gran Torino.
Yeah, he was old in Gran Torino, but he looks 30 years
I mean,
old
the
now.
Indiana Jones movies weren't, but what, like 1995, 6?
I think they were early mid-90s.
So I mean, 20 years, and it really hit him hard. That's
Yeah.
like the before and after puberty photos that have been going around the internet.
Oh, 2009 and 2019?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't partake in that. Nobody needs to see 2009, Willie.
That's exactly
For
yeah.
either of us. I speak for both of us. Yeah, he just hasn't really. He's aged a lot. He still looks good though.
Yeah.
Guaranteed, he still fucks.
Oh, of course. It's Matthew McConaughey.
Oh no, I meant
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood still fucks.
I don't know if Clint Eastwood can fuck.
Giving tips and breaking hips, my dude.
And now we're back to the old people are fucking horny segment of our
Right,
podcast.
yeah. No, Matthew McConaughey definitely still fucks.
Yeah, 100%.
Did you see where that girl jumped up and kissed him at the Texans game?
I didn't.
All right, well, he was at like a college football game at I think.
I was about to say he could easily
Oh,
land
yeah.
college girls.
He
College girls
coulda-
love that shit.
He could have smashed every girl in whatever sorority she was in.
Yeah.
Definitely, whether they had a boyfriend or not. Which I mean, granted, if I was a girl and Matthew McConaughey wanted to fuck me, I really wouldn't worry about it if I had a boyfriend.
There's so much wrong with that statement. So much wrong with that sentence.
No, but I mean, you know what I'm talking about? It's kind of like for guys, like, I think everybody kind of has, like, that list.
Oh, yeah.
Like a celebrity, like, hall pass list, basically.
Yeah.
That was on Friends, too. Like, it was a...
Oh, is that what that's
it
from?
wasn't... It is, but, I mean,
Yeah.
I think it was a thing before Friends, like, talked about it. They have, like, a
I'd
list
assume
of
so.
people that if they ever meet that person, they can fuck them without feeling bad about their relationship, is what it came about.
Does the other one agree to it? I was never a big Friends.
They
I
don't
haven't
have
watched
to.
all of them.
No, they don't have to, but it's all celebrities. It has to be someone they would, like, most likely never, ever meet, and even less likely ever fuck.
So for me, that would be Bob Marley.
What? No, I mean, like,
I was just going for
like,
shock factor with that.
Jennifer
one.
Aniston would probably be on a lot of people's.
Probably.
Which, speaking of aging, she's just timeless.
You can see the stars in his eyes from here.
Dude, you can't tell me that she looks... I mean, even, like, through Friends, like, she changed a little bit, but I wouldn't say that she aged.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, she just... I don't know what she's doing or who cloned her or, like, what.
You want to talk about aging well? Fucking Michael Scott.
He still fucks.
Yeah.
I don't know if he ever...
Couldn't think of his real name off the top
Steve
of my head.
Carell.
Carell.
Yeah.
Yep, Steve Carell.
I don't know if he ever really, like, fucked before. Like, I don't feel like he was on, like, a Chris Hemsworth level.
Oh, but now he is an attractive man with that salt and pepper going on.
He's got a lot of salt and pepper. And he's rocking the silver fox now, isn't he, too? In the hair?
I think so.
Yeah. He fucks.
Yeah, definitely. He's that old guy walks into a bar, orders a whiskey cocktail, sits down, 3 women.
Yeah, but I feel like somewhere in between, he's got that, like, super... I don't want to say obnoxious, because I really like Steve Carell's laugh, but, like,
Yeah.
that, like, super, like, boisterous laugh.
Oh, that just demands everybody's attention.
Like, the whole building is like, that dude thought something was very funny.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
Very open-mouth laugher. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I definitely know
Like,
what you mean.
his mouth comes all the way open. Like, when I laugh, mine just kind of, like, barely separates a good bit. You're pretty much the same way.
I chuckle. I
Yeah.
don't actually laugh because I never actually
And, like,
find
smile.
joy
His
and
isn't
humor
really
in
smile.
anything.
Like, if you just took a photo of it, I feel like you'd think that he stubbed his toe. Is really what I'm getting at.
Okay, I don't think Will heard what I said, but I said
did,
it
but
into
I
the
just-
microphone.
I wanted to roll over it. I heard it. I just wasn't gonna. I wasn't gonna fuck with it.
Anyone who did hear that, that's a joke. I'm very happy. Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Jeez.
No, I was just gonna roll way right over that, man.
Oh God.
But who are your like? Who would be on your list?
I'm not really big with celebrities, man.
But you can't say they're not like some of them aren't just like.
No, I mean, like, I don't watch movies a lot, and I don't really know celebrities' names even. Like, I'm like, oh, that's that person from this,
I get that,
but I don't know their
Like, if
their
I saw
names.
Pam from The Office in a movie, I'd be like, that's Pam from The Office. I don't.
Yeah,
know the fucking
exactly,
name, though.
exactly.
I think I know more
Even,
dudes'
like-
celebrities' name than I do women, actually.
Dude, even like the Marvel movies where they're all in all of the movies, especially with all the like big crossovers they're doing now,
Yeah.
I don't even know most of their names.
You definitely know Robert Downey Jr.
Okay, yeah, but who doesn't know RDJ?
RDJ.
Yeah,
By the way, while we're on the topic, he's 53,
that doesn't surprise me at all.
and I bet
Fucks. He fucks hard. He doesn't just fuck. He fucks hard.
I think he's good. I think he's gotten better with age.
I mean, he used to be a heroin addict, so
Well, that's
it's just showbiz, baby.
it's part of the reason why he is timeless, because he froze all of his skin with drugs.
Jesus. Yeah, I mean, obviously Ariana Grande is on that list.
Her eyes look weird to me sometimes. She's very squinty. Apparently, she's like almost blind.
Really?
Yeah. I don't
did
know
not
where
know
I
that.
saw. I might have been on like Jimmy Fallon or something. I don't really watch a lot of reality TV, but I did read an article that like she's like nearly fucking blind. Like, she cannot see shit.
Fuck.
Which, also sidebar, something that I do know. Also, don't know why I know this. I'm not sure if it's true, but my understanding is that she has someone backstage whenever she's doing shows, concerts, whatever.
Yeah.
At all times,
Okay.
when she comes off stage,
Yes.
they pick her up and carry her around to wherever she needs to go.
What the fuck?
She doesn't walk. Like she I'm guessing like down the street or like whatever, but like at her concert venues and stuff, somebody's job is to carry her around like a child.
Why?
I don't fucking know. Celebrities are weird, dude.
That's really weird. Yeah.
Celebrities have weird like rituals, I guess.
That kind of makes me uncomfortable.
Here, hold on. Weirdest celebrity. It's called a rider. Or no, that's when they're at like a club. But yeah, she has somebody that carries her around.
Is it like piggyback? Is it like Princess Carrie?
It's like like Princess Carrie.
I mean, what a job for that guy. Pretty
Yeah.
fucking cushy. You just carry the celebrity around.
How you put that on your
backstage.
resume though? Like, let's say he leaves. What are you gonna do? Be like, yeah, I carried around Ariana Grande for a while.
That's exactly what you do.
I guess.
That is exactly what you put on your resume. Oh man, that's crazy.
While we're on the topic, I don't know how I found this. I was trying to look up like kind of weird celebrity shit.
Yeah.
While we're on the topic, you know Serena Williams, the tennis player.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, she wears the same socks every game and never washes them for her entire career.
Is she the twin tennis player?
Venus and are they twins?
I'm pretty either sisters or twins, but it's the two. It's Venus and Serena.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
Venus and
those are
Serena.
the ones I'm thinking of then.
Well, their last name is Williams, so they're related.
I know that, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they're twins.
All I remember, all I really like know about them, or all I can really think of off the top of my head is from that. What's that song? It has like it's like a rap song, but it also has the Chipmunks in it.
You lost me. Yeah. We just talked about a hipster concert I was going to. You can't reference rap with me.
No, they played it at like high schools and shit.
Dude, I don't fucking know.
I'm gonna look it up.
But yeah, no, so I kind of get
My
that,
Chick
though.
Bad by Ludacris. You gotta know that.
Yeah, I do, but where are they in that song?
They're not in it. He says like dropping on that ass like Venus and Serena or something. That's the only thing.
Okay.
Like, that's the only thing that comes to mind when I think.
Ludacris, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, I don't know. Dude.
But yeah, so
Would
you played baseball.
Yes. Yeah,
I
did growing up. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was a runner, so track, cross country.
Yeah,
both
I
of
did.
those.
I did baseball, basketball, cross country, and swim. Those were my.
Yeah,
my thing.
and so I get the sock thing because there are game rituals.
There are.
Yeah. What was your weird thing that you did? Everybody has something that they have to do, otherwise the rest of the day it just feels off, and you're just not going to perform as well.
Mine wasn't like anything super wild that like I wore or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess I did it for all of my sports, but before the game, I would go find like somewhere private, like a family bathroom or like somewhere where it's like just me in the room, like that's out of the locker room.
Yeah.
And this is like maybe an hour or two before the game. And I'd turn all the lights off and I would just sit and listen to music.
Okay.
Like that was pretty much it. And especially in high school that's when I really did that, because I was actually like in like a higher echelon of sports. Like
it lets you kind of separate yourself and focus. And
and I mean, like, I really got after sports in high school. Like, I was nothing to write home about, but like, you know, I was, again, like, not flexing. Like, I was one of the better players on my team, except for like basketball. I really wasn't that great at basketball.
Yeah, I fucking suck at basketball.
But especially baseball, like, before every game, like, I would go find somewhere to sit in just like complete dark and just like listen to music and like get in my own head. And that was around the time that Eminem's Recovery album came out, so that's pretty much all I listened to.
Yeah,
and then my brief run-in with Evanescence, God bless my 15-year-old self.
Oh, Lord. Nah, so I had a few things that I did, because all my stuff was running. So, of course, as the team, we had, like, our chant that we did, like, the shit we do to get hyped up and whatever before a race. But I had this one brand of sock that I always wore, this certain type of socks, just because they felt really good on my feet.
Yeah.
I probably had to relace my shoes about 5-6 times. This motherfucker's videoing me right now.
Check out our Instagram story at Sidebar Pod to see what I'm videoing.
I have a lucky pair of underwear that I still own and wore most of those races.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, they're old. They're real old. Still have them, though. They're American flag. Sidebar, a lot of times when I've played Truth or Dare, and for some reason, high schoolers, when they play Truth or Dare, like, you end up getting mostly naked. And I dropped trial once and was just like, pledge allegiance, motherfucker. And then I had someone stand up and start saying the pledge to my dick, basically. It's fantastic.
When did you start playing Truth or Dare? Because for me, it was pretty early.
Like 8th grade, 7th, 8th grade.
I think mine was sooner.
Really?
Yeah, because, like, it was the thing that the older kids did. You know what I mean?
So you tried to
grow
up
me and all my,
faster.
well, every kid's like, man, I really want to be in high school. And for me personally, then I got to high school, I was like, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But, no, I started playing Truth or Dare, and, like, not that anything ever really happened, but, like, 7 Minutes in Heaven, Spin the Bottle.
Right, that type of shit.
Shit like that when I was, like, 11?
Yeah.
Maybe younger, like a little bit. But I feel like 10 or 11 was probably when somebody was like, let's play Spin the Bottle, like, whatever.
Never say that again. I don't ever want to hear that come out of your mouth.
Yeah,
like
I know.
That again.
But no, and that was when somebody would be like, oh, let's play Spin the Bottle. So
I mean,
like,
that's a little young.
people can kiss.
I never did that kind of shit when I was that old. But
and then
I mean,
it would like land on you, and you'd be like, "Oh shit!" and then like run out of the room because you were. That's what happened with like me and my friends, because we'd be like, "Oh, like we're just kidding," because we were all trying to figure our lives out and like hadn't gotten it together yet.
Dude, you still haven't gotten it together.
Not even close. No,
it's like 12 years later. 13. You said 11.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fucker.
I'm old.
But yeah, so I had the socks and the underwear that I always wear because it's a uniform. You can't wear your own clothes. Otherwise, I'd wear my awesome pair of running shorts that I ran all my private races in. They're American flag.
I'm so proud.
And super short.
Alexa, play national anthem.
But we had those chants. We had, like, I wore a certain kind of socks or whatever, made sure my shoes were just tight enough.
That was big for cross country.
Yeah, you
my
had to make
shoes
sure
had to be just right. Yeah.
But there's one song that I would listen to. I had my headphones in, and when they started counting down from 10 at the starting line, I would sit on the side and just chill out. I would be sitting down until they started counting down from 10. Casually take my headphones out, slide my phone across the grass, stand up, walk to the starting line, push someone out of my way, get to the front, like.
You were the worst type of person if you did that.
Swinging dick.
Yeah,
dude.
you're the worst type of person.
Everybody knew I was cocky because I'm naturally fast as fuck.
You know, it's funny. I met somebody the other night and I brought your name up and they were like, "That cocky fucker." I hate him.
We'll talk about that offline. I'm very curious about this. Was this last night?
Yeah. A lot of liquor flowing, but yeah.
Noted.
Yeah.
But yeah, and because when I tried out for cross country, I'd only ever ran with JRTC, and most of that's only like a mile. It's not hard running.
Sick flex, bro.
I'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
But when I say natural runner, like I had never trained to run before.
I didn't either. Yeah.
And
like when I started cross country, my parents literally were like, "You're not gonna be able to fucking run 3 miles."
Even during
Still
cross country
did it.
practice, I wouldn't even try that hard. I would just get it done. And the coach got really mad at me for that. I ended up quitting because me and the coach had a little bit of a tizzy.
See, I almost had to quit because I dated my coach's daughter, and then we
That's
broke
weird.
up.
Yeah. No, I ran the fastest mile out of everybody at those tryouts, including current team members.
Sick flex, bro.
Yeah, fuck you. And so like everybody on my team knew like, okay, he's actually really fast, and people from other schools were like, hey, that bald motherfucker right there, because I had really short hair in high school, is pretty fucking fast.
I've seen photos.
Pace off of him.
Dude, you look like a skinny version of Mr. Planter,
Yeah.
the peanut guy.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
really bald. I just had my hair super short.
Fugly.
I just didn't like hair.
Sorry, fugly.
I know I was.
It was
dude.
bad.
I know. I was ugly as shit. I'm still ugly. I just have facial hair to cover the ugly now.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I was running like 18:30, 19-minute, maximum 19:30 5Ks for these races.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I was
It's
finishing
not like college
top
level
3.
because those fuckers.
No, but I was
Jesus.
finishing like top 3 at every race we went to.
Yeah.
And there was one that beginning of the season, I was like, hey, coach, I'm not going to be able to make this race in October. Gave him plenty notice. I was like, because I already bought a ticket for another race I'm doing down south on the coast for like the Naval Seabees, if anybody knows what those are, like the mechanics for the Navy pretty much.
I'm not aware, but
Yeah, well, they put on this race at the naval base down in South Mississippi, and it's a mud run. So it's a 5-mile mud run. Like, there's like nipple deep mud that you're running through, and like you slide down hills and shit.
while we're on the topic, I just want to point out we have people eating ass and doing mud runs, but they won't eat gluten.
So there's this mud run that I had already signed up for, and it was like expensive registration. And I told him, I was like, hey, I'm not gonna be able to make this one race, so because I already have these tickets and everything, like this registration that's non-refundable. He was like, yeah, no, that's fine, no problem. Thanks for telling me now. I'll make a note of it in my office. And then that day comes. There's a race the next weekend that I'm able to go to, and he's all right, varsity runners, come huddle around, whatever. And then he was like, oh no, Will, you're running JV today. And I said, what? And he was like, yeah, no, you didn't show up to that race last weekend. I have to drop you down to JV. I'm like, dude, I told you during summer
Damn,
training,
son. Yeah.
summer training that I wasn't going to make it. He's like, I know. But I didn't say it was an excused absence.
Fuck this guy.
He was also my
honestly.
U.S. history teacher. So after that, I ran the fastest 5K I'd ever run, finished first place overall for JV, but I crossed the finish line, put my jacket on, and left. Didn't stay for awards.
Sick flex.
Turned in my uniform the next class period I had with him.
I don't think I ever. I almost quit.
That was like a mic drop quit.
I almost quit baseball once like that during high school because my coach was just so.
Oh, I was
terrible.
fucking pissed.
Yeah, but I don't think I ever really quit any sports. I've quit some jobs though.
Yeah.
Because I worked a lot of restaurant, and especially around here, like restaurant industry sucks.
Yeah. You get pretty shitty managers pretty regularly.
Well, yeah, and that was the case at the first place I worked restaurant at, which they closed 2 weeks after I left. So if that tells you anything. And then the second one, literally I would have classes one day. Like once you finalize your student schedule, or like whatever, and she would schedule me, and I'd be like, I have this date marked off. Like I have classes all day, I can't be there. And she was like, it's not my fucking problem.
Yeah, that sucks.
And I'm like,
That's
yo,
shitty.
like I'm just trying to make rent. Like you've been well aware that I couldn't work on this day. Like you've never scheduled me on this day before. And she's like, well, I need you here.
That's pretty.
Like, yeah, I fucking need like a job, and I need to show up for for my classes and whatever. But I mean, also like I have some stupid crazy shit happen when I worked at a restaurant. Bachelorette parties. Holy fuck.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me some of that shit. Yeah.
Fucking wild, man.
Fucking wild.
I'm not even that hot of a dude, but the number of times I've had bachelorettes at a restaurant be like, strip for us. Like,
I get off in 2 hours. I'll be back.
well, while I'm on this, yeah, since you said that, one girl offered me $400 to come to her house and strip for her.
I would have done that shit in a heartbeat.
Well, so here's the thing. Now you've opened up the story, so we're gonna go through the story.
I did this on purpose, bitch.
I know you did. So, the whole night she's hitting on me. They're there with like 10 bachelorettes. Her mom's wearing like a wife beater. Her mother was there. Yeah.
Wearing a wife beater.
Yeah, but like the female version, and she's all tatted
like
up.
A tank top.
She sounds like this because she smokes, but she's like 50, but like a hot.
Come
50.
share Marlboro Red with your grandma.
Yeah, she's like 50, but like a white trash hot 50. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
Where like you're gonna catch something if you let that woman anywhere near you.
Is something wrong with me that I know what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought.
She's got sleeves, like she's tatted up and everything, and and it's not the bride to be, it's one of her bridesmaids, and she's like, "I'll give you 100% tip if you strip for us right now," and I'm like, I really can't do that. Like, I'm at work. Like, I'm trying to be professional. And, I mean, they're lit up like a Roman candle. Like, this is the end of their night.
Of course.
And they came to an Irish bar at the end of the night. So, I mean, they're taking...
the correct term is Irish pub?
Yeah, well, I mean, fuck those people because I hated working there. So, I'm going to go with bar.
Okay.
But,
pub.
So, I mean, they're lit up, right? And I'm like, no, like, I can't do that. I'm at work. Whatever. And she's like, well, come to my house after and strip for me. I'll give you $400. I was like, yes, ma'am.
I would have said, leave your address on the ticket. Yeah. I'll be there.
I was like, yes, ma'am. And I was like, because she'd been going on about this. So I go, well, show me the money first. If you show me $400 in cash, I'll come strip for you. 100%. I'll be there. I got to make rent, and I have zero shame. Yeah. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Borderline prostituting myself. But anyway.
Strippers aren't prostitutes.
Oh, no. I'm saying I would have been. Like, once I got to her house, if she was like, I'll give you $800, I'm not saying I'd say yes.
But he'd consider it.
For at least 30 seconds.
Very heavily.
For at least 30 seconds. It'd be like the angel devil thing from cartoons.
He'd be running pro-cons through his head at 90 miles an hour, just like, okay, what are the chances he has something? What if she, like, locks me with her legs and I turn into a fucking daddy? Like, what's going to happen here?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I'm like, she can't show me the money, right? So I'm like, all right, like, when you can show me $400, I'll come do it. And she's like, we're going to this other bar in town called Johnny B's, if you're not from Dahlonega.
Johnny Bravo's is what the B stands for. It's Bravo.
Okay, anyway. She's like, we're going to Johnny B's afterwards. Come meet us after you get off your shift. So I get off, like, 40 minutes later or whatever, and I'm like, I do a lot of things for the story. I'm going to go to Johnny B's.
I'll humor these bitches.
Yeah, and this is a Thursday night, so Johnny B's on Thursday night is college night, so there's hundreds and hundreds of people crammed into...
It's crazy.
Crammed into a bar that's maybe twice the size of this closet. And,
it's insane, it really is.
Yeah, so I get over there. As I'm walking through the parking lot, I see some guy from the ranger camp nearby doing a body shot off of her mom, right?
Oh, God.
Yeah, like, and she's wearing a dress, so she just pulled the whole dress up and laid down on the table. So she's in her thong laid out across the table with her dress over her face while he's doing a body shot off of her. This is what I walked up to.
Keep it classy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. By the way, she was mad because we didn't sell PBR.
Really?
Yeah, the mom.
I mean, I would get mad.
Like, she was like, I'll have a PBR. And I was like, ma'am, like, we don't sell PBR, but I can get you a Miller Lite or, like, a Bud Light. And she was like, no, I want PBR. I'm like, look, Bud Light's basically the same shit.
You could have given her a Bud Light in a glass.
Yep, and never told her anything.
Yep.
She was also mad that we didn't have it on draft because we carried all our craft beers on draft mostly.
Yeah, well, PBR on draft is actually kind of rare.
Yeah.
And it's really good. I dig PBR on draft.
Yeah.
It's good.
Anyway, so that's the scene that I walk up to. I'm like, this is going to be a wild fucking night. So I walk.
And that's also when he went through pros and cons of, do I turn around right now?
Oh, most definitely.
Oh, yeah.
But being the person that I am, I do enjoy a good story to tell. So I go in. I walk through the door. The girl that was offering me, this is a bridal party of like 9, and like 2 of the girls are sober. They're kind of the monitors for the night.
The moms, yeah.
Yeah. Which, surprisingly enough, wasn't the actual mom.
Of course.
Yeah. So I get in there. The girl that offered me money to strip sees me, and she's like, wow! Like, throws her hands up, comes pushing through people at the bar, and I'm like, holy fuck. And she's grinding on, like, every dude in the bar, right?
Right.
So I'm like, I don't want anything to do with this girl. Like, I'm here for the story and to get, like, talk to her. I'm not here to do anything with this girl in the slightest. So I'm outside talking to her friends that were the bridesmaids, because I'm just there making chit chat and, like, whatever. I sat down with them, and I was like, she's fucking lit up. Y'all should probably go help her. Like, whatever. She comes back outside, sits down in my lap, and she goes, I'm fucking drunk. And I was like, yeah, you are. Holy shit. And she goes, I think I'm going to be sick. And I was like, not on me, you're not. Yo, so
game time decision, gentlemen.
Game time decision. So I pick this girl up. I pick her up off of me. And I'm, like, toting her through the bar in, like, the buddy carry kind of deal where, like, her arm is around the back of my neck and mine is, like, underneath her armpit. And I'm just kind of, like, dragging her through the bar.
She's kind of on her feet, but
not
really.
really.
Yeah,
not really.
I get that.
So I walk her into the bathroom. And this girl comes out of the stall, and she looks at me weird because obviously I'm standing there with a very drunk girl in a girl's bathroom in a bar.
I wouldn't look at you weird. I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, he's helping her.
Well, she was kind of concerned at first, and I was like, she's about to get sick. Like, by the way, when I was having her across the bar, I take the back, my hand wasn't under her armpit. It was holding her head up, like with her hair. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I forgot about that. I did forget about that, but
Jesus.
yeah, my arm was underneath her armpit, and my arm went up her back, and I just grabbed her ponytail and, like, kind of, like,
kept her head up.
Sported her across the bar. So I get her in there. I'm like, she's going to be sick. Like, don't worry about it. I'm just here to, like, help her or whatever. So I get her into the stall. She's wearing, like, high heels and shit, and, like, I'm just kind of holding her hair because she's, you know, she's throwing up.
Yeah.
She finishes throwing up. She goes, I got to pee. And I'm like, this is my time to leave. I'm out. Nope. I'm done.
Yeah. That's when you call a bridesmaid and you're like, hey, help your girl.
They were all drunk too. And the other two were outside and obviously didn't fucking care about this girl.
Okay.
So
Wait, this wasn't the bride, was it?
No.
Okay.
So I walk out. And as I'm walking out, she falls off the toilet. I don't know how she did it. Or if she, like, tried to sit down and just missed it. But it was like when Michael Scott injures his foot and he's screaming from the bathroom for somebody to help him. Like, she goes, like, as she's, like, laying between the stall and the toilet.
Oh, my God. That's got to be disgusting.
And I was like, oh, my God. So I go back in there. I do, like, the little stall. I'm like, do you want help? Because, you know, I don't want to, like, anyway. I don't want to be weird or whatever. She's like, yes, please. She's getting, like, incoherent at this point.
Of course.
So I do, like, the little door lift. I let myself into the stall. Her fucking ass is out and everything. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I pick this girl up, sit her down on the toilet. She leans forward. She puts her hands on my shoulders while she's peeing.
That's fucking weird.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I came here for the story. I have all that I need, and it is my time to leave. Like, she puts her hands on my shoulders while she's peeing.
God, am I glad you didn't leave, though.
Oh, yeah, I know. And she goes, you're so much nicer than my husband. And I was like, I'm fucking sorry. What? Because she's not wearing a ring. And I'm like, what? And she goes, and you're way less annoying than my kid. Yo, this was the most roller coaster. This was one of the most roller coaster experiences I had in college. So I'm like, oh my God, man. Because she told me earlier in the night, like, that she wanted me to come to whatever cabin they were staying to. And
strip.
And fuck. She added that on later. Yeah. Yeah.
Brother.
Right. So I was like, oh my God. So I get her back out into the bar. Her friends aren't really taking care of her, you know? And she's just, like, dancing on all these drunk, like, college kids.
Yeah.
And at this point, I kind of felt bad. Like, I get it. Everybody does really dumb shit when they're really drunk. At some point in their life.
Of
has
course.
Done something either really dumb or, like, in whatever capacity, like, fucked up their relationship when they were drunk. Most college students, I would say. 90% of college students have had that night.
Sure.
this was her night, right? And I didn't want some random college kid to go fuck her when she's belligerent. You see where I'm coming from?
Fucked.
Right.
Yeah, that's awful.
And, like, the bridesmaids don't care who's getting on the bus or whatever.
Which is also fucked.
Right. They're just there for the party. And so I'm like, this girl's going to go home with somebody, and, like, this is going to effectively ruin whatever, fragment of a marriage that she might have left.
Shitty. But
Yeah,
still
albeit
a marriage.
shitty. And, I mean, I especially felt bad because she had a kid, right? Hello. Sorry. And so I especially felt bad because she had a kid, right?
Yeah.
And she's drunk in this bar, and she might ruin her marriage. So I'm like, okay, if I dance with this girl for the rest of the night until the bridesmaids are done, I can put her on the bus by herself, with the bridesmaids, but not with a dude.
Yeah.
And she'll go home by herself, and they'll take care of her when she gets there, and it'll be fine. So this became my strategy. So
Okay. I mean, I've done that for my friends. Like
Right.
I said, I've gone to raves a lot, and I'll go with a group of people, and apparently there's this thing where guys at clubs and raves think it's just perfectly okay to go grind up on random girls,
right.
which I extremely disagree with.
Yeah, not a fan.
But when that happens, I usually look at said friends and, like, look at them
Reel
and give
them
them a
in.
thumbs up.
Right.
And if they're okay with it, then I go about my business. And if not, I will literally just kind of snatch them.
Yeah, exactly. And then you kind of pretend for a while like you're that person so the other person goes away.
Exactly.
Yes.
Or I just kind of push that guy and then grab them.
Right.
Type deal.
So
It's
I was
a
like,
protective thing.
so I'm like, okay, I'll dance with this girl. I'm not getting, she's belligerent and she smells like a bathroom floor.
Maybe because she was fucking laying on
Yes. Oh, that's a really cold hand. Sorry, my girlfriend came in and put her hand on the back of my neck. But, so I'm like, I'm not getting any enjoyment out of this whatsoever.
She put it on my neck first.
Anyway, I'm not getting any enjoyment out of this whatsoever, right? But I feel like I'm doing this girl a favor and doing the right thing.
Yeah.
So I'm dancing with this girl. My buddy Pat from my work was also there for most all of this experience.
I forgot about this part of the
Yeah.
story.
Pat comes up and starts dancing on the front of her.
While you're dancing
Right.
on the back of
So
her.
we've got a little bridesmaid sandwich going on here. And one of the pieces of bread doesn't want to be here.
That is fucked. Oh my god.
But so I'm looking at Pat. I'm trying to like politely tell him to like not do this, right? And he's drunk as fuck, so he's just having a great time.
Right.
So I don't know how I can explain this through words. I put my hands over her head, right, onto Pat's side, and I make a circle with my fingers, my right hand. Oh wait, no. Sorry. Yeah. I make a circle out of my fingers with my right hand, and I put it over my ring finger, and I point to her, because I'm trying to tell him she's married.
But what it looks like is, yo, fuck her.
Right. So I do this, and I'm like mouthing the words like she's married. Pat looks at me drunk as fuck from the other side of her and puts his index finger through his fingers and makes like the fuck yeah face.
He was
like,
Will was putting his ring finger through the circle.
Right.
I don't know if you said that. I don't think
I
you
did.
said that.
No, I did.
Okay.
Pat was putting his index finger through and making like the
Subtle differences here.
Yeah.
Very subtle
and
differences.
making like the, like if an Asian dude tasted something too salty and his eyes squinted up and like then he made like a fucking motion.
Fucking racist.
So I'm like, no, dude, like, no, like,
Don't fuck her.
Yeah,
She's
exactly.
fucking married.
She's married, and so I like motion for him to lean around her. So he's leaning around her head. I'm leaning around her head on the same side. It kind of looks like me and Pat are about to, ditch her and do our own thing.
Which wouldn't surprise me.
I get fucked. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay. Anyway, and he's like, what? And I'm like, it's loud as shit in this bar. So I'm like, she's married. And he goes, yeah? And I was like, oh my God, brother. So I proceeded to Cinderella Man, pick her up, and carry her to the bridesmaids and go, your night is over. And they're like, what? And I was like, your night is done. Like, I will get the
Take
bouncer
this bitch home.
to take her out of here, or I'm going to do it, or you're going to do it. But this girl is leaving this bar. Like, for her sake, and I guess her child's, she's going home.
Yeah.
So that was, and I ended up carrying her out to the shuttle. They had Mama's taxi was doing it, so they had the bus. I put her on the bus, and she goes, "Come with me," and I was like, "Nope." And then I got off the bus, and that was it for the night. Like, that was my moment. I was like, I'm done. I'm out.
And the next day, she friended you on Facebook.
No.
I know.
No,
that was a joke.
But yeah, that was, I think that was one of the most wild things that happened while I worked restaurant. One of them. There's plenty more stories.
See,
but
I've only ever worked retail. I had this one old man, like biker mustache old man, when I worked at a Western store. He was like, "Hey man, I like you. I like your style." I was like, You remind me of me when I was about your age. And I was like, all right, that was a good 80 years ago, I guess. He was like, I tell you what, I used to make these custom belt buckles, right? I'm gonna put on the accent too. I used to make these custom belt buckles, right? They was a big hit back in the 70s, the 80s. I was like, okay. I mean, what's so cool about him? He's like, man, if I tell you, you won't tell no one, will you?
That was my head hitting the mic, by the way.
Yeah, I did it earlier too. I headbutted the mic, and he was like, I'll tell you what, I mean, I'll split 50-50 partnership with you. I'll make them, you market them, you sell them, and we'll go 50-50 straight down the middle. And I was like, dude, what's the belt buckle? He's like, man, it's a pussy. Like, he leaned in close. Oh my God. Looked around first, like, glanced around the room, make sure no one was eavesdropping, and he went, man, it's a pussy. And I was like, you mean to tell me that you have a belt buckle mold of female genitalia? He said, yeah, man, big lips and all. And I was like, okay, is it horizontal or is it vertical? He's like,
oh, that's a good question.
It's horizontal. I'm like, well, that's just fucked.
Yeah, no, it's gotta be
if I'm gonna have a pussy belt buckle, it's gonna be vertical.
The accent didn't stop right there, brother.
Sometimes it sticks. Speaking of the accent, though, working at the chocolate shop, I mean, around here there's a bunch of wineries.
Yeah,
right?
A lot of wineries.
And like girls' weekend or girls' night,
yeah,
you get, I mean, it's a range from early 30s to late 50s of a group of women. Usually all dyed blonde hair. They look the same.
I did work at a winery for a while.
Yeah,
I know exactly
you know
what
the
you
look
mean.
I'm talking about.
They always want to see the manager.
Those type of women, yeah. And they'll walk in 5 of them.
Got at least one person named Karen in the group.
Been to 5, 6 different wineries. There's a group of 5 of them, whatever. And they come into the chocolate shop drunk, and they want some truffles.
Always.
They want some chocolate.
Yeah.
And I see that. My coworkers will look at me, grin, and walk away from the counter. And they will leave me.
Fuck you as they walk in the back room.
No, because we get hella tips when this happens.
Oh, I bet.
Because I throw on that southern accent, and I'm sitting here,
Oh,
I slow
shit,
it down.
man.
I'm like, oh, yeah, we got right over here. And they just
I know exactly what you mean, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They just see this cute little bearded college kid wearing a flannel. The tattoos are showing just a little bit. And got the southern accent, and he knows his shit about chocolate. And they're like, oh, my God. And they'll flirt it back. They're like, I just want to take you home. I just want to put you in my pocket and take you home with me.
Oh,
and all this. And I'm telling you,
I just want to put you in my pocket and take you home.
Oh, yeah.
Yo,
that was good.
That was good.
I have gotten $20 bills as tips before. I've also upcharged these women, not upcharged, but upsold them into buying like 3 pounds of chocolate.
That's a lot.
Which is like over $100 after tax. Yeah.
Good for you, though.
And they will literally just stick a $20 bill in my frocket.
Nice. Nice.
And I got really good at that.
Nice.
Shamefully flirting with these women just for tip money.
All right, well.
Completely shamefully. Shamelessly. Shamelessly.
Yes, shamelessly. Shameless. Yeah. Shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
Yeah. I have class in 5 minutes.
Oh, fuck.
Nah, it's all right. It's just web development. So we are going to wrap this up. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter at SidebarPod. Reference us to your friends so that we can continue to grow our community. We did hit 100 listens. Big landmark. Like we talked about.
Listen to us on SoundCloud and now iTunes too.
Finally made it. Also,
we'll drop that link in the bio so it's easier to find because searching shit on iTunes isn't always the best. I
is-
just
it's in
searched
the- it's in the-
sidebar pod.
Yeah, it's in the bio of our Instagram.
Sidebar is one word. Pod is the second word.
I think on iTunes it's either pod or podcast. So anyway,
Yeah.
You'll
see the
speaking of
dope-ass
iTunes,
logo.
the best way that we can progress through iTunes is if somebody leaves a 5-star rating and a comment or reply. That would help us out greatly, and we would be very much appreciative. Make sure you shout us out to your friends. If you want us to talk about anything on the next podcast, leave it in the comments, and we will make sure to hit that topic. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see you next Thursday.
I love you all. Ball game.